Well, welcome everybody to the fifth annual Digital Learning App Smash. We're so excited because we always learn so many things, and also we get to hang out with all of our really super cool friends during this hour. And so we can't wait for what everybody has to share. But before we get started, I just wanted to share a few things. As you know, you can continue to connect with Future Ready and Future Ready schools, not only today, but throughout the month. And this is where you can find us. And also you can tag Future Ready and Future Ready Libs. My name is Shannon, and I am the district teacher librarian at Van Meter Community School in Iowa. I also serve as the Future Ready Librarians leader. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, and now BlueSky, all the places. And I also pop my email in there in case you have any questions. Please feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help you. And as we get started too, we wanted to give a huge shout out to Follett Content for supporting Future Ready Librarians, all the amazing things that they do. And you can find them at follettcontent.com. So we have a lot of people on today, and it's great because you can ask questions and leave comments and just use the chat to share. It's always a great way to do that through this webinar. And I want to put this up too because as you listen, it will be nice to be able to look at some of these things that everybody is sharing, but also to get back to it too. And we're going to be sharing the recording as well, so you'll have that too. And just a reminder for those of you who are on, please make sure that you have your on too. I can't see anybody, Leah, but maybe you can check those. Okay, I think we're good. So just a reminder to keep your mute on too for everybody to be able to hear. So let's get started. This is going to be so fun. As I said, we are just ready to share, so excited, and to think about too how these tools tie in not only to what we do in our practice, but also when we think about the framework and we think about everything that we do as future ready librarians, all the great things on how these tools too are tied in, especially when we think of that curriculum, instruction, and assessment piece. And so when we're sharing these today, kind of keep that in the back of your head, and also always think about like our learners and how they are so learner centered too in the things that we're doing within the work that we do in our libraries and our classrooms too. So I'm going to start. I got to get up my timer because even I have to time myself today because we want to make sure that we are staying on time. So started my timer. But I'm excited because I get to share Tidal Wave from Follett Content. This is an amazing tool. It is such a great way to be able to not only work on collection development and curriculum support, but you can find so many things from curated lists around special topics. You can find things that if you find a book, you can find the full text reviews, which I love. I can see all of the journals. I love too how I can set up, like I'm a preschool to 12th grade librarian, so I can really easily filter by reading and grade level, the type of book, if it's Follett bound, and find all those special things that I want. And I don't know if you guys have seen yet that you can even sign up for a calendar that are all of the new releases in a series. And so in this slide, I actually made these images. If you click on them, they're all linked to these special things in Tidal Wave that you can find. But that calendar is so nice because once you sign up for that, you even get an email when it says that new like books in your series have come out. So that's really handy too. They recently shared and that they had changed up kind of the way that it's organized. So now at the top, you'll find library, but also classroom and a lot of other things. So this is a great resource too, to even share with our teachers. You can find events, special things that are coming, and I love all of the things that they share from publishers, things that are coming out, maybe that are new or tied to a certain event. We have all the awards coming up pretty soon from ALA, and so it's a great place to find those too. But you can sign up for your free Follett Tidal Wave at that link. Also follow Follett content and tidal wave tips. That's a good place to kind of learn more about it, and then stay connected at their newsletter. So lots of good things. And I also had to give a little shout out to what's coming soon are these amazing companion book packs from Capstone that I have been helping them with, and I'm excited for those, and those will be featured next month.
Thanks, Shannon. We use that a lot with my students in collection development. Anyway, I'm excited to share Diffit with you. It's one of those tools that's kind of quiet. It's not one of the Swiss Army knife ones. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles, but it directly connects to curriculum and learning. What I love about it is you can, if you look at the left, everything here is going to be clickable. You can bring in an article, you can bring in a video, you can bring in a PDF, or you can say, as I did in the example there, I'd like to know more about the war in Ukraine. I'd like you to use the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and the Washington Post to create a passage that synthesizes everything. I'd like you to cite your sources. And then I'd like you to do the things that I list here, to connect the activities and the questions that you're doing to standards, to create a concise summary, to translate if I need to into 60 plus languages, to create vocabulary words with definitions, to present multiple choice questions, short answer prompts, open-ended questions, seamless Google integration. And you can see on the very bottom right that it works with slides, forms, docs, classroom, PowerPoint, and Word, and a PDF. So you can export these gazillion scaffolds and organizers that are developed from the article and the questions into shareable documents in the formats that you know and love. This is going to make you incredibly popular with ESL teachers, and it will allow you to differentiate and personalize. These are parts of the future-ready curriculum and personalization and all of those things in the gears. And it is wonderful. One of the lovely things about these outputs, these scaffolds, is you can grab them and you can organize them in a choice board. So you've got a topic, and then you can give students the ways that they want to express the knowledge that they've gained. And I think that's brilliant. And so not only can you bring in articles or suggest a topic and suggest the sources, but this will also work for videos. So say you're having your students watch a crash course video on any subject area or any topic, you can bring in the video. It'll automatically analyze the video and present questions that have to do with comprehension and critical thinking around any video.
The different teacher.
Oops, I didn't, and I'm done. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Connie Michael, and I've taught for 34 years, and I've been using Harmony for about the last 10 years. Harmony Academy's online games are free and can be seamlessly integrated into daily classroom routines, creating a structured environment for social and emotional learning that benefits students academically and emotionally. Here's how you might use each game in a classroom setting. Morning meetings with Battle the Bully Bot starts the day off with introducing a scenario from Battle the Bully Bot where students encounter different bullying or conflict situations. After reading the scenario, guide students through a discussion on how they would respond, encouraging empathy and communication skills and strategies for handling similar situations. Students can role play these scenarios in small groups to practice their responses, which makes them experience more memorable and actionable. Goal setting activities with Change Like a Caterpillar. You can use Change Like a Caterpillar to launch personal growth projects where students set individual goals for self-improvement or skill building. Students can journal about their goals, make a visual timeline for their transformation, and reflect on each step they complete. You could have weekly check-ins where students share their progress and obstacles, promoting resilience and adaptability as they learn to overcome challenges and celebrate growth. Relaxation stations, they teach students how to use these stations when they feel overwhelmed or need a break. Allowing short visits to the stations will help students self-regulate and re-engage with classwork, reducing disruptions and supporting a more focused and positive classroom environment. And they're great for teachers to use as well. Reflection time dedicates time once a week to SEL reflections, where students can discuss what they've learned from each of the games. They can share how the scenarios in Battle of the Bully Bot have impacted their interactions with others, or talk about how setting goals and Change Like a Caterpillar has helped them. Harmony Academy's games align well with project-based learning by allowing students to design mini projects around what they learn. For example, after using Battle the Bully Bot, students could create anti-bullying posters, videos, or skits for class. After experiencing Change Like a Caterpillar, they might make a presentation or a visual representation of their personal growth journey. Harmony Academy games can be downloaded for free and used regularly in the classroom. Students build a strong foundation in empathy, resilience, and self-regulation. Each game's activities create a positive, supportive classroom culture where students can practice essential life skills while actively contributing to a respectful and caring learning environment, all downloaded for free.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amy Brownlee, and I'm a pre-K through 12th grade librarian at a small town in Kansas. And today I want to talk about StoryVoice. StoryVoice is a website that offers free live online author and illustrator visits. The book creators read aloud from their work, and if it is an illustrator, often they will do an interactive drawing activity as well. These resources are available for a variety of ages, pre-K through 8th grade. Most of the ones that I've seen are picture books. Usually I would say probably K through 4. I've also seen several graphic novels, and once in a while I've seen a novel offered as well. And StoryVoice is going to feature well-known authors and illustrators as well as new voices. It is so easy to use. That's one of my favorite things about it. There's nothing to download. The teacher creates a free account at storyvoice.live. And then there is a place where the upcoming events are listed. So I took a screenshot so you can see a couple that are coming up. So it shows you the author or illustrator's picture, the book that's going to be featured. It tells you the age levels that it is recommended for, the format, and you can see the day and time that that is going to be offered. If you're not available at that day and time, the sessions are recorded and they're available for 2 weeks after the event. So right now there are 2 recordings that I'm excited about using with my students. One is Ruby Bridges. I think I'm so excited to watch that one with her picture book. I Am Ruby Bridges, and then Peter Reynolds did one over Our Table, which I love that book, and I can't wait to hear his session and hear him reading that out loud. One of my favorite things is that there is no software to download. If you want to watch the video, you just go to the website, and if you're watching the live stream, you just click on it and it's right there in your screen. And if you're watching the recording, you click on it and then it takes you to an unlisted YouTube link. So that's very simple. There's no extra software to download or try to get your computer to work with or anything like that. So the technical elements have always worked pretty well for me. So that's really nice.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ali Cornejo, and I am from Harlingen, Texas, at the very bottom of Texas and South Texas. So today I'm talking about Microsoft Whiteboard, and I think whiteboards or digital canvases are having a moment right now because there's so many great ones out there. I found Microsoft Whiteboard in an effort to find a good replacement for Google Jamboard, because Google Jamboard went away and a lot of our employees within our district were asking for a good replacement. And so in a search for a good one that would fulfill most of our needs, Whiteboard was a great one that I just fell in love with. And there are so many others. There's Padlet Sandbox. There's also Canva just came out with a whiteboard. But Microsoft right now is the one that I tend to gravitate a lot more, and the one that I'm pushing amongst my district. And so you can see in these screenshots that you can use stickies to put on your whiteboard, and this whiteboard kind of goes on forever. It's not just a slide. It's very similar to Apple Freeform if you've ever used that on your iPhone or on your iPad. And not only can you use stickies, but you can also use groups of stickies. So for example, on this upper right-hand corner, I asked my students, what are they watching? What are they streaming? And I use groups for Hulu. I use groups for Netflix. I use groups for Disney Plus, and they were telling me what they liked to watch on those groups of stickies. You can also post media like videos from YouTube. You can attach links to articles, and they will appear very nice and visually pleasing. And you can see that my students went crazy on emojis there on the bottom right. You have templates that you can choose from, so it doesn't only have to be a free form format. And yeah, Microsoft Whiteboard, check it out.
Hi, everyone. I am Ashley Cooksey, and I am an assistant professor at Arkansas Tech University. I am also a huge proponent of universal design for learning. And if you aren't familiar with UDL, according to CAST, the organization that conducts the research and produces the framework, it's a framework to improve and optimize teaching and learning for all people based on scientific insights into how humans learn. The goal of UDL is learner agency that is purposeful and reflective, resourceful and authentic, strategic and action-oriented. Although I also like the idea of generative AI, I've been cautious of what Gen AI tools I use because I'm not quite comfortable with the ethics behind it just yet. And with that being said, I do love to use Ludia to make my teaching better and more accessible for everyone. One of the things that I really like about Ludia is that it isn't just a copy-paste output. It gives me actionable steps to make my teaching and my content better. Ludia is an AI-powered universal design for learning aligned chatbot. It's located within the Poe language learning model, and it simultaneously pulls information from several other models like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Flux, MathGPT, and so many more. But with Ludia, you can input a scenario such as an upcoming lesson, including grade level specific outcomes, a brief description, and any concerns that you might have, like this is a mostly teacher-led lecture, or there's limited time for instruction or student practice. And then Ludia will give you an output that tells you what within the lesson may be a barrier to learning and why, including alignments with specific UDL principal indicators. It also gives you suggestions for how to overcome the barrier along with examples. When I gave the following scenario to Ludia, I have 2 minutes to tell educators about you in a virtual fast-paced webinar. What can I say to persuade them to use you? It provided me with, in line with universal design for learning, it's important to recognize that a lack of learning and teachers' frustrations often stem from barriers. These learning barriers can arise from misalignments between learners and the design of learning goals, experiences, assessments, and environments. It also gave me 3 UDL guidelines to support that, and you can see the full transcript linked on my slide. Ludia will also give you a list of digital tools to further support the teaching and learning in the scenario that you provide.
Hi, everyone. My name is Natalie. I am a teacher, librarian at the New Hyde Park, Garden City Park, Union-Based School District in New York. I'm excited to speak to you today about the Play Shifu app. The app is free, but you do need to purchase a game kit. I have the Links game kit, the link learning, and we have really been enjoying it in my library. First, the setup is incredibly easy. From start to finish, it takes me less than 2 minutes. There's no creating student accounts. Basically, once you have linked your kit, you are ready to start playing with it. Actually, the first time I set it up, I had teachers walking by and they were so interested, they started playing themselves before I even got students into it. It is a off-screen gamepad. So you hook up an iPad with the app, you place it on the gamepad, and there are 15 magnetic links that students build off screen and manipulate to solve puzzles and challenges that are on screen. It has been very good for engineering skills, spatial awareness, and really just perseverance to keep solving those puzzles. And it always lets you try again, which is great for our learners to realize that they haven't lost, they can pick it up and keep going. We've been currently using it in learning centers in our library and during free exploration time when students are able to come into our library during recess and explore different building and engineering materials that we have. My personal favorite has been the engineering challenge with the pipes and where you have to get the water to connect using these different links. Cleanup is extremely easy because all the pieces magnet to each other. So you don't have any scattered pieces lost among your library because they just connect, and I put them in a box and put it away. I'm really looking forward to purchasing more of their kits. They have an alphabet one, a numbers one. I really think it's a great addition to your library to get students on devices, which they love, but actually off devices and manipulating physical things as well. And it works for K-8.
I'm not sure if we have Kristina on. We'll make sure to include a recording afterwards. How about that?
She had an audio button in the top. I don't know if that was to play audio.
Oh, let me see. Oh, see, I have it. I bet it is. Thank you, Ashley. I had that covered up with
Hi,
everybody's
I'm
face.
Kristina Holzweiss,
Thanks.
and I'm an EdTech librarian. I'm also a Canva education ambassador and a Canva community ambassador. Today, I want to share why Canva has become one of my favorite tools for engaging students and boosting their productivity. In our fast-paced visual world, we need tools that empower students to express themselves, collaborate, and create with confidence. And Canva checks all those boxes and so much more. One of the best things about Canva is its versatility. Whether we're designing a book cover, creating a digital timeline, or even planning a research project, Canva allows my students to bring their ideas to life in a way that feels professional and polished. The drag and drop interface is so intuitive that even my English language learners and students with special needs feel like graphic designers. For engagement, Canva is a game changer. I've seen reluctant readers get excited about creating videos for their favorite books. They love adding images, text effects, and animations that make their projects pop. Students who struggle with traditional assignments feel empowered when they can show what they've learned in a creative way. For productivity, Canva's templates save so much time. If you need a ready-made storyboard, infographic, or presentation, Canva's library has it all. And it's not just for students. I use Canva to create newsletters, library signage, and resource guides, keeping everything visually appealing and easier to understand. What truly stands out is Canva's ability to foster collaboration. With Canva for Education, students can work together on shared designs. This has been a huge asset for group projects in my library. Watching them brainstorm, problem solve, and create together is really rewarding. And let's not forget about accessibility. Canva's built-in tools like text-to-image generators and real-time translation ensure that every student can contribute regardless of their learning style or ability. Canva has made learning more interactive, engaging, and meaningful in my library. It's not just about creating something beautiful, it's about giving students the tools to think critically, collaborate effectively, and communicate their ideas with the world. If you're looking for a way to spark creativity and boost productivity in your library, give Canva a try.
Hey everyone, hey everyone, my name is Blake Hopper. I'm an assistant principal in East Tennessee. I used to be a school librarian, so super excited to be here. I'm talking about something new that we're using in my school this year. It's called Beanstack. We just implemented this year. Beanstack is a website app that is designed to encourage independent reading, so it's kind of like gamification. It has multiple challenges that you can do within the website to have students read so many minutes. So there's Halloween ones, there's Christmas ones, there's different holidays. You can create your own if you want to do like the Livesey Reads challenge, which is what we're going to do to promote reading. The good thing about Beanstack is it's not quiz based. It's not anything like that. There are Lexols within it that you can do, but it does not even have to be Lexol based. It's just to get your kids reading, which is something that we really want our students to do, because our kids we find can read, but it's really when you get to middle school, developing that love of reading. Now, this app can be used in any grade level, but we are using in the middle school just to hopefully encourage that love of reading and get our kids to read for fun. There is a cost to it, but you can email the company and they can hook up you with a quote for how much it is. So that you can see what best fits for your students, because it's based on student numbers. So I would encourage you to go to beanstack.com and reach out to them to review it and to see how that you can put it into your school. Once we get our challenges started, we're going to do a required number of, or not required, we're going to try to do a number of minutes that we want to reach. And we're going to do like a thermometer in the library and color in as we go. And we're going to set goals like for our first goal, if we reach 500 minutes, that you might get tech time. Then the next might be a hat day. The next day might be a dance party in the gym, and so forth, until we reach a big, huge prize at the end. So we're excited to see how this plays out at our school and see if it really helps foster that love of reading to encourage our students to still want to read even in the middle school.
Hi everyone, my name is Veronica Rodriguez. I am an elementary librarian in Harlingen CISD, deep down South Texas, and I'm going to share a very interesting, different tool that we have been trying out with some of our littles. It's called Padlet Sandbox. So when you go into Padlet, it will ask you, you'll see that welcome to your first, if you click on Sandbox, you'll see that welcome sign. That little welcome sign is so neat because it shows you all the different things that you can use while you're using Sandbox with your kids. Educators love this because it's such a great way to collaborate with each other. It's a great way to put all your resources in one spot. It's also a great way to provide some feedback to your students, to your peers, even if you use this with your peers. And you can also showcase a lot of projects here. On the right to the welcome sign, you're going to see a little screenshot that has all the different ways that your students can actually input information into your sandbox. So it is kind of small on my screen, so let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Because it does have so many different ways. You can upload, you can add a link, you can record straight from your device. You can do a poll right there and shoot it out to your students. You can bring in any image, GIF, a YouTube video, anything really that you normally use for Padlet, you can put into your sandbox and build with your students. On the bottom were some samples that Padlet actually has available for you to look at. These were already made. You can click on these and you don't have to reinvent the wheel because these are already created for you. They're excellent tools to have. And just like my co-partner said, it is starting to kind of get away from using, oh gosh, I already forgot what it was called. This is a different digital collaboration piece that you can use after what was it? Fit Group, Fit Gym? No, Fig Gym. I can't remember what it was called. I'm seeing some of you mouth it off to me. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. That is exactly, this is a substitute for it. So check it out. It's amazing. It's great. It works for all levels, guys.
So this is from our dear friend Amanda Hunt, and she's going to tell us a little more about quizzes. So I'm going to go to her video.
Hey everyone, my name is Amanda Hunt. I also go by the Next Gen Librarian on social media. I am a middle school librarian in Texas, as well as the district secondary lead librarian. And today I am so excited to talk to you about quizzes. For so long, anytime I would bring up quizzes, everyone's like, yeah, I know it makes quizzes. But for the last year or two, they have really stepped up their game. And when I talk about all the new features that they have, everybody is like, I didn't know it did that. So we're going to dive into some of the new features and quizzes that you may not know about. As you'll notice on my slide, it definitely has a very robust library of educators that have already created quizzes, lessons, check for understanding, exit tickets, anything you can think of in various grade levels, in various age groups, content areas, electives, for you to peruse. You can even search by your state standards and see what's already there. So if you need something in a pinch, quizzes got your back. Now, if you want to create something from scratch, that's where I get so excited because of quizzes AI features. As AI has been changing the world, quizzes has been changing with it. One of the things that I love to use in quizzes is a text to quiz where I can just copy the content I already have and it'll generate a quiz for me. I can upload a file of a document or a PDF that I already have as well. I can paste a link to a website, to a YouTube video, and it will generate questions using their AI tool. In addition to that, I can even make it more accessible for my students. I can have it translated into a multiple list of languages. I can add transitions. I can add fun different ways other than your usual multiple choice. There's hotspot, there's drag and drop. There's different ways that you can classify things in various orders. There's fill in the blank. So lots of different ways to get your kids engaged. This is a great tool to use for comprehension checks, for actual like quizzes that you want to take for a major grade. You can use it for practice in the library. I use it with our book battle titles where we generate questions and the kids are able to practice in anticipation for their battle. If you use quizzes with your school or district, they've even created teams where you can share content in folders with other coworkers. You can even add a co-teacher to a class so that you're able to look at all the analytics along with another educator that maybe shares the same students, or like your instructional coach or anybody on your admin team as well. So if you haven't used quizzes yet, what are you waiting for? Hey everyone.
This is also another one that we have our guest Sharon, who is a librarian in New Hyde Park, Garden City Park. And she today is sharing the Shifu Orbit, the Earth Augmented Reality Globe. And so I'm going to play her video.
Hello, my name is Sharon Leyburn, and I am a school library media specialist in the New Hyde Park Garden City Park School District, which is located on Long Island in New York. I teach children from kindergarten through 6th grade, and this year I am excited to introduce my students to Orbit Earth, an interactive augmented reality globe from Play Shifu. Orbit Earth is a globe that, when paired with a smart device, allows students to explore places all around the world by using their device to scan icons on the globe and then choose what they're interested in learning. It has more than 1,000 facts from 6 different categories, including animals, cultures, cuisines, inventions, maps, and monuments. Also, scavengers, hunts, visits, and plenty of interactive games and activities. I have yet to fully explore all the features myself. There's just so much. Along with learning a myriad of interesting facts, kids can also hunt treasures around the world build their own national park, participate in a number of fun challenges, and more. This product really does make learning fun for students and encourages them to expand their knowledge and interests. So what do you need? The globe itself, which is currently $44, and a smart device such as an iPad, where you will download the free app. Other things you might want to know, the order is available in 9 languages: English, Japanese, French, German, Spanish, Polish, Korean, Russian, and Ukrainian. It is recommended for ages 4 to 10, and I have seen kids from that entire age range enthralled with this project. Play Shifu also offers Orboot Dinos and Orboot Mars, and I will definitely be purchasing them. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm Elissa Malespina, and I'm going to talk to you a little about BlueSky today. I switched it up and I went with BlueSky because it is something that I have just started to use, and I have fallen in love with it. So BlueSky is a new social media platform that's quickly becoming a favorite among educators and librarians. It was at 9 million people, and now it's at 20 million people. I was frustrated with Twitter and what Twitter had become. It used to be a place where I really loved to connect and learn from others, but it became let's be honest, a dumpster fire. So to me, BlueSky has become this great alternative that I really like. What's so good at what is BlueSky? Because some people are like, I keep hearing this name, but I don't know what it is. It's a decentralized social media platform which gives users back the control. Unlike Twitter, which was owned by one person, this is really controlled sort of by the users. You can tailor your experience and your needs. And let me tell you a few things quickly. First, it really does foster connections. If you're looking for a school librarian for books and recommendations or lesson plans, you can follow curated feeds like the TL Sky that I've listed here. You can also choose starter packs like the one that I have put a link to here that gives you some good librarians to follow. I've also made a Wakelet, which is linked here for you in the bit.ly, that gives you a link to a great sheet that tells you like lots of librarians to follow, along with starter packs, which are like little groups of people to follow, and it has other lists you can make. You can search for different feeds. So it's this incredible resource that I'm really loving. And I'm learning it too. So I'm not going to say like I'm an expert because literally I've gotten on this thing like 2 weeks ago, but I'm really liking what it's becoming. I think it's like Twitter Twitter was a great place for us librarians to connect with each other and share and learn. And it's got that vibe much more than I would say like Threads or any of, yes, 2012 Twitter is what James Allen is saying, which is really what it feels like to me. It's like Twitter when Twitter was good. And it's got that vibe of really a community. And I've been missing that in social media. And I feel now that BlueSky is sort of that place. So make sure you follow, like use that Wakelet and really go into that Google Sheet that we have there and include your name. Also, there's a link to a Google form that you can include your stuff too.
Hi, guys. My name is Amanda McCall. I've been under the weather, so please excuse my voice. I'm a media coordinator at Morehead City Primary School in Carteret County, North Carolina. And today I am talking to you about PicCollage. PicCollage is not something that is a new app necessarily. I feel like it's kind of an oldie but a goodie, but it's one that while I may have used it in my personal life or to put collages together of my students together that I feel like has just kind of come to my attention the past few years of something I could actually utilize in the classroom. In the county that we are in, our kindergarten and first graders are all one-to-one iPads and everybody else is Chromebooks. So I don't have a hard time necessarily with figuring out other ways for my older kids to be able to showcase and show what they can do. But some of my youngest kids at times, I would try to find ways that they can have an authentic audience and the ways that they can collaborate outside of just worksheets, because we're trying to move away from that as much as possible. And Pick Collage is one way that this happens. Pick Collage can be accessed on an iPad, or if you have older students that have iPhones, they of course can access it there as well. It is a free app. You of course can buy upgrades, and there is a Pick Collage educator edition. I don't have that one though, so I'm speaking to you strictly from using it as the free edition. But it does have an educator version if you would like to upgrade to that. I think Pick Collage is great because it's great for our visual learners. It gives our students creativity. It gives opportunity to differentiate and collaborate. And my library is always a very bustling place, and I want my kids to feel empowered to speak. Some of the things that I put here are some examples of things that we've used in the classroom or in the media center. The one with the leaf, we did this with our first graders at the beginning of the year. We read The Leaf Man, and then we used Pick Collage for students to be able to find images of leaves. We talked about what a ping image is. We talked about how to type in the search bar. We talked about how to do layering with putting the eyes and the mouth over. And then the next day, the students smashed that with ChatterPix, and then they talked about if they were a leaf, like the Leaf Man, where would they like to travel? So that really works with my EL students who are maybe shy to talk out in class, but it really gets them talking and discussing and sharing their thoughts, which we think is important. That bottom right that I put over there is clickable. It is a screen recording. So I didn't find out till recently that you could screen record and Pick Collage, which I think is really amazing because I can really hear what my kids are thinking. So think about math or explaining a main idea, lots of different opportunities that can give them the option to do that. Check it out.
I'm Erin Olson with the News Literacy Project, a national nonpartisan education nonprofit filled with free resources and lessons to teach news and media literacy. And this includes Checkology. Checkology is a virtual classroom with 20 lessons for middle and high school students, as well as supplementary activities, exercises, and challenges. And there's even infographics. The cross-curricular lessons are taught by subject matter experts and include short videos and formative assessments. Checkology lessons are focused on skills and strategies, teaching students how to think, not what to think, helping students identify credible information. Lesson topics include the power of editorial cartoons, how to be health informed, understanding bias, understanding algorithms, making sense of data in info zones. That lesson is a great starting point for all students where they learn to determine the credibility of a piece of information by identifying its primary purpose. There are lesson guides and full transcripts, including word walls to support academic talk and tiered vocabulary. You can register for Checkology, create a class, and pull the lessons that you want to use with your students are able to use their single sign-on to access. Joining Checkology and being part of the News Literacy Project family has numerous benefits, including access to Newsroom to Classroom. The Newsroom to Classroom program connects Checkology educators with vetted journalists from across the country who are willing to either come in person or join virtually to share their expertise. All of this is free. And there is so much more than I mentioned. Reach out if you'd like support, and to get started, go to checkology.org. We now have Spotify playlist. I'm so excited for you to hear from my dear friend, Deborah Zeman, who is a librarian in Texas.
Hi, everybody. I am Debbie Zeman. I am a high school librarian in Louisville ISD, excited to be part of the 5th annual Future Ready Librarians Digital Learning App Smash. I'm going to talk quickly about how I create YA playlists from Spotify and create graphics in Adobe Express. So as you can see, this is where I create all the backgrounds. I used Adobe generative AI, typed in musical notes, and the colors of my school came up with this background. And what I did was I went to Spotify and I did a search for some popular YA titles, and up came Penguin Teen. And the thing that's really cool about this is these playlists are actually curated by the authors. And if you scroll through, you see one that you like, click on it. It is created by Diana Urban. So what I did is I copied the website. I went to Bitly. I made a QR code in Bitly. And then after I created the graphic in Adobe Express, I pasted the QR code in there. And what I've done is I've taken these and spread them out through the library with the corresponding books. And I love watching the kids as they stroll through the stacks and see some of their favorite books and not realize that there are playlists that you can listen to while you're reading your book. This just brings a whole new vibe to a reading program. So I just want to say thanks again to Shannon and Leah for having me, and I hope everybody has a great day. Hi.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Matthew Taylor, and I'm a professional learning specialist with Urban Arts. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to the Achievery, a free online platform created by AT&T that connects K-12 students to a world of digital learning through engaging lessons built around storytelling, creativity, and fun. Now also available in Spanish. With resources from organizations like the NBA, Scratch, and others, the Achievery provides lessons across academic areas like ELA, SEL, tech and engineering, digital arts, math and science, and much more. You can even search by subject or contributor. And yes, you'll find Urban Arts content there. At Urban Arts, we teach digital game design as a pathway to college and career readiness for underrepresented students. We believe a quality education shouldn't depend on a child's zip code. Our lessons on the Achievery reflect this mission, making game development concepts accessible and engaging for all learners. Personally, I use the Achievery to prep students for sustainability-focused projects like Minecraft build challenges with lessons like Dream Green, which is actually detailed on our blog at urbanarts.org/news. It's a great way to link classroom content with creative hands-on projects. For esports and gaming enthusiasts, media literacy lessons help students build broadcasting and storytelling skills, key tools for careers in esports. Educators will love how easy it is to save their learning units, store lesson plans, and explore new interactive content. Parents will love it as a tool to supplement their children's learning. Getting started is simple. Simply scan the QR code in the bottom left of this screen, or visit the link to sign up. Whether you're an educator, parent, or student, the Achievery is a valuable tool to make learning fun, accessible, and impactful. Thank you so much for your time. Feel free to connect with me if you'd like to learn more or share ideas. Let's keep the learning exciting.
Next, we have Nikki Robertson-Griffin, and she is going to talk about Canvas.
Hello, friends. I'm so excited to be here at the 5th Annual Digital Learning App Smash for Future Ready Librarians webinar, and I'm excited to share with you how I use Canvas in my library. Here's a little bit about me. So in my Canvas library, I use it as an information hub, student engagement, teacher engagement, relationship building, and rinse and repeat. So here is a quick look at what my Canvas course looks like. I also try to drive traffic to my Canvas course by publishing the journalism's school magazine there, because all the students want to read that. All right, student engagement. How do I engage students? Because every day of the week, I post an announcement for the students to look at. So Mondays are book talk day. brain teasers on Tuesday, did you know on Wednesday, Thursday is this or that, and Friday is your weekly win. All right, teacher engagement. I try to engage teachers through posting Tech Tip Tuesdays. And what's really cool is that even my teachers are sending me tech tips and asking me to add them to the Tech Tip Tuesdays. Relationship building, going back to that weekly wins on Friday is one of my best relationship building activities. So right here, I have a student who learned all the numbers in Spanish. I looked good all week. I became a voice actor for a friend's animated series. And then what I do is I personally email that student back celebrating their weekly win. Rinse and repeat, work smarter, not harder. I use those same announcements to plop into my school social media sites. So if you want to know any more, please contact me. And I'm so happy that you stopped by to participate in the 5th Annual Digital Learning App Smash for Future Ready Librarians webinar. Hello, friends.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kathy Kersnail, specialist from New Jersey, and I recently got really excited about something called Notebook LM. It's another AI tool, but it can do something that other AI tools can't. The first night I discovered it, I got super excited. I made a TikTok, which was longer than my allotted 2.5 minutes. So I trimmed it down today and I put it on another video, and Shannon's going to share it next, and it tells you everything you need to know about Notebook LM. It's called Notebook LM, and oh my gosh, this is technology that even blew me away, and I've got to show you what happened today. Oh my gosh. To get to it, just Google Notebook LM. Click on this one right here. It'll come up, and let's say we're going to create a new notebook, and it just asks you what sources you want to add. So I started with this. This is, honestly, it's our new staff technology guide that we do for our school district. My team and I put this together a couple of years ago. We meant for it to read like an ebook. So I took this entire thing, I came over to the Untitled Notebook, and I uploaded it. And I'll show you what that looks like. So it comes in, and there's 2 halves to this screen, and I'm still discovering what it can do. But first, it's giving me a summary. It's listing these key topics that are in there. I can actually scroll through the whole thing here on the left-hand side, but on the right-hand side, it gives me all these functions. Look at it. Help me create an FAQ. Help me create a study guide about this, a table of contents, a timeline, and a briefing doc. Fantastic. It's even giving me some suggested questions over here, and I can start a chat. It's got a chat bot associated with it, so I can start asking it questions and kind of interact with the AI around it. But you're not going to believe this. It also will create, it's called an audio overview, but it's very much like a podcast. So remember, this is our new staff technology guide. When we wrote it, it's kind of formal. Listen to what this will do. So podcast-wise, oops.
Okay, so new teacher at Washington Township Public Schools, huh? You're about to enter this whole new world.
Like a whole digital ecosystem.
Yeah, and judging by this new staff technology guide, it seems like they have a system for everything.
Yeah.
So are you feeling a bit like you're staring at the digital version of Mount Everest?
Overwhelmed. Absolutely.
Totally. Well, don't worry. That is totally normal. That's why we're here. We're going to help you find like the base camp.
The essential gear.
Is that amazing or what? So here's my challenge to all of you. Now that you've seen this and your mind is blown, just like mine, I'm sure, how could you use this for your students? How could your students use this? So I just think there's limitless potential and so much more to learn and explore. I'd love to learn with you. So share your thoughts in the comments, and please give me all the ideas.
Hi, everyone. My name is Connie Roussel. I'm in charge of literacy and innovation at Randolph Elementary School on Randolph Air Force Base, right outside of San Antonio, Texas. I'm here today to talk about ChatterPix Kids, another one that's not new, but I think has so many great ways to use it. I've been using it with my first graders right now, getting them started young. Right here, I have 2 different lessons that I've been doing. So the first one down below with creepy crayons, we just did this one for Halloween. This one is a lesson by Carly and Adam, and we get to add that art piece in there where they are doing a directed drawing first. And then with ChatterPix, we take out the free app. They take a photo of their drawing. On the bottom, you can see where you zoom in and draw a line, and that's where the mouth will be. And then they can record a 30-second message by the character. If you would like to try this out, and now that Halloween passed, there's also a lesson they have available with the gingerbread man, where you can use that. But the great thing is you can use this with anything. It works great for language arts, science, history, STEM, second language practice. There's a bunch of different ideas that are listed for you. And then also, before I came into this role, I used to teach third grade. So that was one of my little clips with Walt Disney, is our students were doing biographies. And then they had to make a brief 30-second clip with a message about their biography project. So back when my daughter was in third grade, she had done Walt Disney and Mickey, and was having Mickey actually talk about Walt Disney to explain about him. So I hope you enjoy this.
Hey everybody, my name is Kristen Brooks. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I have been under the weather as well, so we know teacher life, right? But anyway, I wanted to talk to y'all about Adobe Express, and it is my go-to tool, and I use it constantly with my students, with learners, kindergarten through adults, and I literally have made everything in Adobe Express, and my students are making lots of random different things. I know though that that's kind of overwhelming for some folks, so I wanted to just pick one activity that I thought you would really enjoy. And if you were to log into Adobe Express and go into the main menu, at the very bottom of that, there is a new button that says Educator Resources. And if you click on that, it's going to take you to just tons of different templates that you can use with your learners. And the great thing about it is it's made for all types of learners. So on your screen, you see like a number 1, and the item that I picked is called creating an action figure or a doll. And number 1 iPad, when you look at that, you see to the right-hand side that there is like a learn area. And what I love about that is it is made for whatever type of learner might be looking at it, because there's a video that you could play and do the steps as the video is playing there on the right-hand side. Or you can say, click on the button that says get started. And there are typed directions with pictures that students, of older age could just go through and select, just go through reading those and doing the activity at the same time. Or what I do with my younger students is I actually walk them through the project. So any of those will work. And looking at first, you would probably go through and click. I tell my students they have to always do the text first and changing that to match, their qualities that they want to put. And then the next thing they would do is tap on the doll, and that's going to bring up the button that is a rainbow button that is the generative AI. After they have the prompt, Adobe has it in there, and they just have to edit it. And then you'll see all of the different generate items that come up, and there's a ton of them that you can talk about. And then the last picture there is the one that is the finished product. And I just love this. It's super simple for students to use, and I hope you enjoy it. There's a QR code that will take you to my website with some examples.
Oh gosh, if you made it this far, that's good. That's a whole bunch of tools. My name is James Allen. Let's see, unmute. Now am I unmuted?
You were unmuted.
Oh, yep. Sorry. There was a thing in front of the screen. This tool is really simple. So like compared to something like Canva, this is like the total opposite. It does one little thing and it makes these little animated charts, and you go there, you put your variables in, you put the numbers in, and then you've got basically these 4 choices that are on the slide right now. You can choose the colors that you want. to try to use some future ready purple colors. And then you can download it as a GIF as long as you use a hard G when you pronounce it. And then you can, I think, download it as a MP4 file also. And then those can be uploaded to all of your other apps and, smash things together. So sometimes this is just nice, to go to a tool where it's just one simple thing and, kids can choose from the 8 total fonts. I love that part. And Yeah, that's it. I really like Google Looker Studio, but that's not super first, second grade friendly. But this one, I think it'd be really cool on like an interactive board because the buttons are really big and you can press on them. So, all right, thanks.
Well, you guys are all amazing. I took so many notes, and I know that the people watching did too. So I can't wait to go back and try these out, things that even if I've used it, I learned just new little things that I can try now and share with my teachers, which is great too. And so thank you to all of our presenters. You are all amazing, and we really appreciate everything that you shared. A few other things too that I want to share. I know that we talked about Achievery tonight, but I want to share that link one more time because this is one of my favorite free digital learning resources. And this is free for all teachers, all librarians, our families. It's great to share. And so you can go to that link to sign up for the Achievery today. Also, we have our Future Ready Librarians Hub. If you're looking for more information around librarians, you can find it all there. Our podcast, we are just finishing up season 9, which is crazy. And so we have a couple weeks to go on that, but you can find all of our different Future Ready podcasts here on this slide. And of course, the one that we have for librarians. We also wanted to just include our conversation starter and our self-reflection. These are great any time of the year for Future Ready librarians and the work that you're doing. And of course, our community that we have on Facebook just continues to be an amazing place for all of us to go to connect, share, and learn. And so you can find that at that link on Facebook there. A few upcoming events to share. February 13th, we're going to be sharing a lot more soon about Digital Learning Day, but you can go to the link and you can sign up already. One of my favorite days is this because we get to celebrate with all of our kids and teachers at Van Meter. And so I hope that we can connect with all of you too. And we have these great events, EdTech Fusion virtual workshops, which are free. You can apply to co-host them in your district, and they're led by Tom Murray and Adam File and myself. You can find out more at the link at the bottom. But again, I wanted to give a huge thank out to our Follett content friends for just supporting Future Ready librarians and everything we do. We just appreciate you so much. And thank you to everyone who joined us today. I hope you guys have a good holiday season. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. I'm going to put this link up one more time, and we will see you in 2025. That sounds crazy to say, but we cannot wait for another year of just amazing work around Future Ready librarians.